Hi, it's Kamon Reynolds. So here's a little quick tip for you. If you come across this now, you shouldn't do this, but it does happen. I'm fixing to show you what I'm talking about. But this comb right here is super important. It's a first-year comb. It's a little bit dirty though. You see all the dirt on it. Check out this mold right here. It's where there was bee bread down in those cells after we uncapped the honey from here. And this mold's growing into it. Fantastic. And there are a lot of folks, if you post a picture of this on Facebook, they're going to tell you, oh my goodness, if you won't eat that, then don't give it back to your bees, because bees are humans in just little forms. No. Bees will use this. They will use this this year, they'll use this next year, they will clean that up. Now there is a certain degree of damage that they will not clean up. What's happened is we accidentally let this out. Get off of me. All right, cat. You see all that? We left it out in the rain. We had set some dry boxes out, and I was going and giving some smaller colonies some more combs, and I left it out. I don't know how long ago it was, but anyways, it got water in it. And you've got to watch it, because even though this comb's still in okay shape, that water getting down in here will soften up your wax over time, especially if it's young wax like this, and it'll warp the cells and they won't be little hexagons anymore. And if it gets bad enough, the bees will not fix them, just because they're so misshapen. And I think there's certain degrees of fungi that get in there and they eat it up, and they just make it to where the bees can't use it anymore. It's just not useful. So don't leave your combs out in the rain. I mean, it's pretty much a no-brainer. But also, if there's just a little bit of mold like this, you see how I pulled that one off and there's some wet bee bread down in there. Just got too much moisture content. But just because you have a little bit of mold does not mean the bees will fix them. The bees have been, for thousands and thousands of years, swarming in from one swarm trap to another, which is just wild swarm traps. And what I mean by that is just trees that have a nice cavity, and the colony may have perished the year before, but they left some old combs and stuff in there, mold, a little wax moth damage, whatever. Colonies are really attracted to that, and they'll jump back into that cavity, no problem. So a little damage like this is not going to hurt anything. Try to keep your combs out of the rain, because over time it will make your combs misshapen and the bees will not use them. So just don't waste your combs. Don't leave them out in the sun. These things are gold. You raise a lot more bees, make a lot more honey, and get your apiary big enough to where you can get to the point where every year you're making combs and you can cycle some out. But that's going to take a few years to get to if you're just starting out. Thanks for watching our videos, and if you have any comments or questions, leave them below.